Taurus. This is your 2017 yearly tarot reading. And today we're going to use an oracle deck, 3 oracle decks, and a tarot deck. Keep in mind, while I'm shuffling here, this is your general reading, okay? So if this is for many people, so not everything is going to be for you, but if you'd like to widen your scope, you can look up your moon sign and your ascendant and watch all 3 videos, and that will help you widen your scope. And then also, if you'd like a private reading, you can message me at facebook.com/hippiechicktarot for more information on how to get a private reading. So for right now, we are just gonna pick a card for you. Okay, it's your spiritual wisdom. Okay, let's pull another oracle card and then we'll talk about these and get into the tarot. Okay. All right, so this card right here represents your influence, your vibe, what you're giving off in 2017, your energy, how people are receiving you, and how you're projecting, okay? And it says, I love and respect myself. I see my authentic self, and I love what I see. I see the magnificence of my presence. I see the perfection in me. And this breaks any doubt that anyone else ever put in my head about myself. It didn't say about myself, but I added that. Okay. Love and respect yourself. So those are also the vibes. When you're putting that into yourself and you're pouring it into yourself and you overflow yourself with it, and then you're overflowing and abundant with it, other people, you're loving and respecting them in turn, because they're going to want to do the same thing. Okay? It's contagious. Positive energy is contagious. So is negative energy. Okay? Your spiritual wisdom is the Respect Fool. Okay, I use the Fool's Wisdom deck, and you got the number 25 Fool, which is the Respect Fool. And the Fool's Wisdom is respect the natural flow. Don't try to, Spirit wants you to know, don't try to rush anything. Don't try to push anything. Don't try to domineer anyone. Don't try to guns blaze anyone. You know what I mean? Don't try to push any agendas, or don't work out of anger. Don't even make any decisions. Don't have any conversations, that are outside the natural flow. Okay? When you feel like you're rushing someone, you're outside of the natural flow. When someone feels anxiety whenever they see you or talk to you, you're out of the natural flow. They're picking up on your anxiety, okay? And I'm feeling like the anxiety is pretty high for you guys this year. But I think it's going to taper, because I think actually it's coming out of the anxiety sector for you, okay? It's seeing the light at the end of the tunnel on the anxiety and frustration, okay? Because I feel like you guys last year got a dump load of anxiety and frustration, okay? And it just seems like your life is kind of turning itself around and you're trying to paddle the opposite direction, okay? So you just kind of like have to go with the flow and try not to fight so much against the current of your life, and try to see and where the current takes you, because there is a current for a reason, okay? And your challenge with a number 17, which turns into an 8, and that represents power, and is to talk shop. What does that mean? What does talking shop mean? Let's talk shop. Let's get down to business. If your challenge is speaking up and either expressing your knowledge on a subject, or showing your authority in a subject, or being able to take, I feel like your challenge is being able to take the personal out of the business, okay? So maybe, for some of you, you work with friends, you work with family, and your challenge is to make them, maybe there's something you want to say to them, but you don't want to upset the natural flow of your family life you're trying to abide by here. and or your friendships, and you really feel like that's a challenge for you. Like you can't say that what you need to say or do. You know, you can't do your job right because of your family. You can't be family completely because you're at work. It's like that could be the situation. But for the most part, it's the biggest challenge for you, Taurus, and I'm not just going to say in 2017, but one of your largest challenges and lessons that you can learn and save yourself a whole lot of heartache and really, really have a beneficial effect in your life is this card right here, talking shop, you and being your challenge. It's not about telling people how frustrated you are of something, telling people how many problems you have with what they're doing, how they're doing it, what you can't stand about this, that, the other thing, them, their mom, their brother, how they do their hair. You know what I mean? This is not about the nitpicking, the anger, the frustration, the way that it comes out. This is about being able to express yourself in a very calm, not forced calm, but where you really feel calm and you're able just to talk about them, about yourself, about anything. And you hold your ground, but you're not mean. And, you know, you don't talk about how they're frustrating. You kind of talk about, like, what the facts are, okay? And you talk about how you really feel about it. Because, see, there's all this that you really feel, okay? And, you know, you need to let it filter through love. Filter through your heart center, okay? And you need to let it, you really need to allow yourself to... Now, this is not if it's business or anything like that, but I'm talking like in your everyday life, people that you have to deal with that frustrate you, or if you're a person who gets frustrated easily, you have to be able to talk shop. And what that means is you need to get down to the nitty gritty in your heart, in your, you know, mind, and in your emotions, and see why you're feeling all this. Because if you want to just like call someone and blow out at them, don't do that. Because that's like the frustration, right? So this is more like feeling into it first, trying to understand why you feel like that, validating that it's okay, you know, to yourself to feel like that. Because sometimes you just want to blow out because you don't like the way you feel. It feels like crap. And so you want to you want to blow out and release so you don't feel so much like crap. But in turn, you make other people feel like crap. But you're not going to do that anymore, remember? So because that's your challenge. So you need to get over that this year. This is something, how you talk to people and how you react and act are a challenge. But remember, you love and you respect yourself, and therefore you love and respect others around you, and you're giving off that vibe. So this is something that you definitely need to work on. And this is something that should be at the forefront of your day. Okay? And we all have things that we need to work on, and this is yours. Okay? Okay. So, right here. First quarter. Okay. Second quarter. Third quarter. Waiting for one to come out, and the star. Okay, these cards are so beautiful, aren't they? I love them. I got this a couple years ago from my friend. Okay, so we have the Eight of Wands in the first quarter, so January, February, March. Okay, and it's kind of like I feel like things, you know, in your life were moving so fast that if you didn't change them, like you had to build barriers up to stop because you felt like it was going too fast. So you actually had to pause. You might take a little vacation or hiatus from work. You might even, you know, go recluse for a couple days. That's okay. Get your bearings. But, you know, things seem to be moving fast. You're having to take a lot of action on a lot of different things. And I'll be honest with you, it feels to me like half of it was, you know, self-doing. okay? And the other half was kind of like came along with life. So some of these are based on choices that you've made, and then some of them, these actions, all at once, all these different things that you're having to do and get pulled in directions. But I also feel like it's for your personal growth too, because sometimes, when you procrastinate on things, and then things build up, it like the universe has to like shake it and make everything kind of fall out at once, and so you might feel like you're on a downward spiral. I mean, you might feel like, oh my gosh, my life is not at all where I thought it was going to be 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And so you're trying to make the right decisions, but you're unsure about your forward movement. You're unsure about where your power lies, what action to take that is going to make you feel like you're in control of your life again, Taurus, because that is very important to you, and that's something like you feel like you might be losing control, okay? And that can be where some of the frustrations can be, okay? The second quarter, you got the Six of Cups. So this is a very different energy. This is a very light, childlike, reminiscent, things from your past, people from your past, children, friends, childhood friends, harmony in your surroundings, harmony in your environment, harmony in your emotions. You're going to feel good about something. Something is going to make you feel good. You might catch a break on something. For some of you, you're just going to get so frustrated and aggravated with the speed everything's kind of going in the beginning of the year that you're just going to push the pause button. You're going to slow down and you're going to stop, and you're going to have some real, either this is a really eye-opening awakening for you where it's going to stop the anxiety dead in its tracks and make you thankful, like one of those events, or it's going to be, a very reminiscent, very familiar, very friendly, very happy couple of months. April, May, June. Okay, so maybe spring. Maybe for some of you this is seasonal stuff. You're like getting back outdoors. The weather's going to start getting good, and you're going to feel good again. For some of you it's that. For some of you it's just like finally the first 3 months are over and you accomplished a hell of a lot, and now you have a time to play a little bit, to feel more in balance and in tune, with the things that bring you pleasure and joy and the things that make you happy again, simplifying. In the third quarter, you got the Queen of Cups, okay? The Queen of Cups is a queen who's in charge of her emotions. She understands her emotions. Her partner understands her emotions better than most partners. Or she would like him to. It could always be a goal too for some of you. That's something that she appreciates. So she would have that in her life, or either that, or she would be working towards that in her life. Having her emotions understood is very important to her. So now, I know I have some Taurus followers that are male too. And hi guys. And it's, not just a queen. Okay, this is a emotionally mature person. Not quite mature to where they're a king yet, where they're that maturity level where they're ruling other people and teaching. That would be like the professors that can teach the doctors and the surgeons, okay, like the masters. But it's definitely like, it's like between a bachelor's and a master's degree in emotions, okay? I guess would be the best way to describe it. So this is like the almost fully mature person in emotions. This is someone who has a great grasp on it, okay? Who fully understands it and allows their positivity to affect those around them in a very controlled and calculated way where it's only positive, okay? So the Queen of Cups is somebody who is very reminiscent, okay, and especially in the emotions department, where it's kind of like thinking about things in the past that happened in relationships, not only love relationships, but in family relationships, thinking about hurts, someone who carries a lot of emotional memories, okay, and someone who kind of has like a little pocket of their life where they go and they dive into their emotional feelings of these memories, okay? And so in the third quarter, you could be working through some of these issues and really getting a good grasp on your emotions and knowing which ones are real, which ones are no longer relevant, and really putting into perspective how you feel about where you're at right now in your life, and making changes accordingly for your greatest good, okay, and highest benefit. Okay, Taurus. And then rounding out in the fourth quarter, you have the Star, okay? And I'm going to show you this card. These cards are absolutely gorgeous. I love this one. It's so pretty. They're great. I hope you can see that. Okay? So this is kind of, with the Star, it's kind of like you're reaching for a deeper connection, a deeper, you want maybe previously you had a good feeling in your life and you were at a good spot and you're looking forward to that again, but you know that you can't get there the same way that you got there before, and now you have to evolve and kind of go there on a higher level. You may have had some roadblocks in the beginning of the year, but this is really kind of like, when you get the Star, it's like, it's a powerful card because it's all about understanding and all about well-being and higher wisdom and learning. Okay, so it's very intuitive. It's very what it feels like to me is, in the fourth quarter, you're going to take your life on a definite path, okay? And it is going to be a goal in mind. And you're going to be able to be more in the moment, where you can listen for your path on a daily basis and stay to it on a daily basis, where it's not a lot of work to do and it's almost fun to do. It's gratifying because you're going to feel so connected. It's getting your connection, okay? Because this work that you did in the third quarter, where you kind of got your emotions in check and you understand them better, you know which ones are real and which ones aren't. And then the Star card is like reaching for a higher understanding, searching beyond the limits of the physical into the world of the non-physical, the spiritual, the emotional, the soul reconciliation that you're doing. It's like coming to terms with the fact that you're not who you were based on your experiences from growing up any longer. It's emotionally healing from any past scars and moving into a place where you can kind of direct your life to go on to the bigger things and really get some answers to the big questions, and be a star in your own right, in your own life, and make something of your life that, is phenomenal, is amazing, is not mundane, okay? So the year is going to really round out to you. And I feel like the people that are involved in your life are going to be much happier with how you are to be around here and even here versus here, okay? Because you're, I think, going to be pretty not happy here, okay? This is like stressful. And then for some, there's a big change, okay? You had a change, and something's coming in, and you got to respect the natural flow. Maybe this is so much hard work and actions because you're fighting against the current, and once you start to go with the natural flow, it starts going this way for you. So see, it's flowing for a reason. Your life flows for a reason, and it brings you what you're supposed to have, and that's always, you know, for your highest good. And our decisions is what brings in negativity, and our decision to try to control the flow of things we cannot control. We can set definite paths for our lives, but we cannot control where the circumstances that fly at us in life. And when we try to do that, more fly at us because we're going the wrong way, we're not in the right spot, we're doing this, we're pushing against the tide. You gotta go with the flow, and then these things start to happen, and healing begins, and that good feeling resonates in your soul again. Okay, Taurus? And I hope you guys have a wonderful 2017, and I will see you guys again in February. Bye, Taurus.